I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful that I can actually sit here and speak to you about my life and about the experiences that I've had. Many of you right now that are watching this know who I am. You've been watching me on TV for the last 15 years. And you've seen me go through relationships with my family. My mom's been on TV, my sister's been on TV, my girlfriends, everybody. My life is, has been a part of yours. My addictions as a child, from sugar, led into an addiction into drugs with marijuana, cocaine, alcohol, ecstasy, and those types of things. At the time, when I was 16, 17, 18 years old, I didn't realize that it was a big deal and that it was a problem because everybody else around me was doing it, and it's just what we all did, and I was living this lie because everybody thought that I lived this perfect, healthy lifestyle because I looked the way that I did. I was dying and I thought I was healthy. I was exercising every day. I had these workout videos. I was shredded. My hands and my feet were turning yellow. I had gurus and doctors tell me that my blood was like mud. I was at rock bottom from 1992 to about 2006. You need to believe in yourself. And if you're doing drugs and alcohol, you're not. And you're falling victim to the machine. And right now, you have an opportunity. You're listening to me talk right now, and you're looking in my eyes, and you know that I'm speaking this truth, and right now you can change your life. You can walk away from this TV set or whatever you're watching right now and choose to make the right choices in your life. It's not that hard. I did it. If I did it, you can do it. And if you need help, there's people like me, and there's other people out there that are walking on this planet right now that want to help you. And we're here for you. And know that I'm your brother. And know that there's a person in your neighborhood and in your town that cares about you and that loves you. And your mom and your dad and your brother and your sister and your best friend. That there is somebody in your life that does care about you. And if you don't have any of them in your little town and in your circle, know that I do. And if you want to reach out for me wherever I am, you see me walking on the street and you need some help, I'm there to help you. I'm here to do anything that I can to help you. That's what life is about. It's not until you lose everything that you realize that you gain everything. Honestly, I'd have to say I was pretty much lost most of my life, because if I knew then what I know now, then I wouldn't have made the choices that I made when I was younger. And I didn't have the guidance or the education to know that, so I had to learn all of that stuff on my own. I think that the entertainment industry would be the reason for why I was doing drugs and why I was hanging around in the club scene and I had all these women around me and stuff, but it really wasn't the entertainment industry that did that. I was actually doing that before I got into the entertainment industry, and then once I got into the entertainment industry and I had all this fame and all of this money and fast cars and fast women and I had the world in my hands, that's when it started to get worse. The number one thing that happens to every single person that is addicted to drugs is trust. Love has been ripped out of them at some way or another. They don't have self-love anymore. They don't care about themselves anymore. So they go to drugs, they go to alcohol, they go to food, they go to some type of behavior that is destructive to themselves. The bottom line about addiction and what people are going through is the big four-letter word, fear. And what comes with fear? Insecurity, low self-esteem, anger, frustration. If you're scared or you have some kind of fear inside of you, you need to look deep within yourself to figure out what that fear is, and you need to talk to it. You need to interact with that fear. Become friends with the fear. And what I mean by that is that to be able to have the confidence within inside yourself that you can combat your own fear, it means that you love yourself. And that's the first step. You have to find the courage and the will within inside of yourself to deal with yourself. And once you can deal with yourself, then you can deal with the rest of the world. It doesn't matter what anybody says to you. It doesn't matter if a guy honks his horn at you and he's got road rage, or you cut somebody off and they get out of the car and they want to beat you up, or if somebody says you're overweight or you're too skinny or you're too fat, it doesn't matter. Nothing else matters anymore because you love yourself. When you suffer a great deal of pain and you take the time to analyze it, to look into it, to where that pain is coming from, how it's making you feel, and how it's circulating through your system and then going back out to the rest of the world and affecting the rest of the world at large, that's where true spirituality comes in. And that's what spirituality is. It's about looking within yourself. I had to find my purpose and to find out why I'm here and what this is all about. What's important in life? Is family important to you? Is your brother, your sister, your mom, your grandparents, do you care what they think about you? And ask yourself why you don't care if you don't. You know, do you care what the next person standing next to you thinks of you? Because that's your brother, that's your sister, right? These are the things that people need to think about. And if you're drinking, and if you're smoking, and you're eating bad food, and you're addicted to these things, then you're running, you're hiding from your truth. And you'll never know what it's like to feel and be free. This is what life is about, being connected to the source, believing that you have that God-like energy inside of you and you can transform and change the world. Nobody can change you. You have to change yourself. You have to choose the life that you want. The key is self-love. Once you love yourself, then you love everything else around you, and everything becomes a lesson and a blessing. If somebody judges you, it just teaches you patience. If somebody hurts you, it teaches you compassion. And when you have this love that's flowing through you unconditionally, you just affect everybody else that's around you. They feel your love. So key things you need to do. You need to change your diet, number one. Because what happens is with addiction is you become dependent upon the drug to give you the feeling that you're looking for. And because you're doing all this damage to your body, you're destroying your liver, you're destroying your pancreas, your kidneys, all your organs. So they're not producing the chemicals that make you feel good. That's why there's only a 3% success rate. They detox them, but the drug is in trillions of cells in your body. So all of a sudden, one day, oh, you think you're fine, and then one of those cells comes up and it hits you in your brain, it flows through your blood and it gets to your brain, and then you think cocaine, heroin, it's still in there. So what you have to do is you have to keep detoxing the body, but you flood the body with nutrient-dense superfoods. If you've been doing drugs for 20 years of your life, if you think that you're going to take a pill or go to some rehab center for a month and you're going to be over and done with it, you're sadly mistaken. Sadly. You might ask yourself, you know, how will the world view you after you become drug and alcohol free? Well, the beauty of it is if you are addicted to alcohol and drugs, the world is going to see you as a drug addict or an alcoholic. But when you're free from drugs and you're free from alcohol, nobody views you. There is no more judgment. Why? Because you don't judge yourself. It's all about how you feel about yourself. Once you feel a certain way about yourself, that's how everybody else is going to feel about you. It's that simple. The only way to have a powerful and strong spirit is when your physical body and your mind are one and they're strong together. That's when the spirit lights up. That's when the light inside of you comes out and you don't even have to speak. You can walk into a room and people feel your energy. They feel your presence. All you can do is the best in this moment right now. And the best that you can be is by letting go of the past, living in the moment for the future. Being free from alcohol and drugs brings you back to the place where you were created. You get to feel free, you get to be happy, you get to have joy and bliss, moments of enlightenment, and all of that fear washes away like a river. It's beautiful. You find your peace within yourself.